Hey, Chris, what can we do for you on this Dirty Work Wednesday?
Okay, so I know this might sound a little crazy, but a friend of mine swears that he saw my wife making out with some dude at an airport. And I don't know, the way he says it, it's like, it just...
So, all right, so what's your wife's name?
Rebecca.
Okay, so your friend saw her at the airport making out with some dude.
Yeah, at the Atlanta airport, yeah.
At the Atlanta airport. Okay, all right, now I'm confused. Start from the beginning.
Okay, so Rebecca, she is a rep for Paul Mitchell, you know, the hair product people. And her job, she like pushes the products like salons and other places like that. And she does a lot of traveling for work, but usually she's gone 1 to 2 days car trip.
Okay, so she's like a regional rep.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so she tells me a few weeks ago that there's some big hair show coming up in Atlanta, and she's got to go for work, and this time, like 4 days or something like that. And I'm like, okay, cool, have fun. So she leaves for this thing on a Monday, and I dropped her off at the airport, and then on Tuesday, I get a call from a guy who, like, we used to hang out with each other, but I haven't talked to him in, like, 3 years. And like, we used to work together, and we did some fantasy football league and stuff.
Okay.
Anyway, he calls me, and he's like, hey, man, it's a little weird, but are you and Rebecca still together? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, okay, because I could have swore I just saw her at the airport yesterday making out with some guy that was not you.
Okay, you said this was at the Atlanta airport?
Yeah, I guess he lives out there now. And he said he was pretty sure it was her, but he didn't know who the guy was, and they were boarding a gate to go to Orlando.
Oh, wow. Oh, so she lied about the trip and everything.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know. But, like, I called her to see what was going on, and I asked her where she was staying, and she gave me the hotel and the room number and all that stuff.
Okay, and this was in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Did you try calling the hotel?
I did. And I called the front desk, and I was like, hey, I'm trying to reach my wife. Her name's Rebecca Scherer, and I think she's in room 206. And they put me through to her room, but then nobody answered.
Wow, okay. So, but she had a room and everything?
Yes.
Huh. Okay. How sure was your buddy that this was actually your wife he saw at the airport?
So what he said he was like almost 100% sure.
Okay, what do you think?
I don't know. I mean, on one hand, like, it seems like she wasn't lying, but on the other hand, I don't know. The whole thing just seems a little too coincidental, you know?
Yeah, that's what I keep thinking. Like, what are the odds that a friend of yours would see someone who looks just like your wife in the Atlanta airport, of all places, on the same day she's supposed to be flying there? Like, but why would she give you the hotel room and the number?
Well, maybe she gave her room to somebody else. Like, maybe she has a friend who is doing the same hair thing and didn't have a room yet, and she was just like, you can have the one I reserved. I'm not going to be using it.
I guess. Okay, so I'm assuming you want the truth here. Like, where is she really, and is she alone?
Yeah, I mean, it's killing me. I didn't sleep at all last night.
Okay, well, let's figure this out. Do you know what airline she was flying, supposedly?
I dropped her off at Delta. That was it, Delta.
Delta, okay. Yeah, well, that would make sense with the whole Atlanta thing. Ashley, check if Delta does, like, a connect to Orlando.
I'm pretty positive they do. I mean, just about every airline does a connect to Orlando. I mean, freaking Disney World's down there.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, well, let's see if we can find out, first of all, if she went to Orlando, and second, if she went there alone or with this mystery dude. And again, this whole thing could be one huge mistake, but it sure seems like too coincidental to me.
Hello?
Hi, is this Rebecca?
Yes, it is.
Okay, wow. You are a hard person to get a hold of. My name is Clint Barton, and I'm calling from Delta Airlines. We've been trying to get a hold of the gentleman that you were traveling with on Monday. He left a personal item behind in his seat. And then we paged the airport loudspeaker, but I guess he didn't hear it. And we didn't have a reliable phone number on record for him, but we had yours. And our flight attendant said she thought you two were traveling together. Is that right?
Yeah, I can help you. I can probably actually get a hold of him. What number do you need him to call?
Well, actually, what we can do is we can send the item right to wherever you are. I mean, we actually have a courier who works for us who just delivers in town for no charge. Plus, it's same day. That way you don't have to wait for us to mail it. Now, are you staying here in town?
Yeah, we're actually staying at the Marriott World Center.
Okay, and that's in Atlanta?
No, Orlando.
Right. Sorry, that's what I meant. Orlando. Okay, and I can just tell our courier to send it to your room, correct? I mean, I assume you're staying in the same room.
We are, yes.
Okay, great. Let me put our courier on with you real quick. He's got a couple more questions for you.
Okay, I'm just